We've got another day of thunderstorms. Some of you are seeing that. We'll take a look at radar in a moment. But, when we're talking about thunderstorms, we're also talking about the maybe loss of power. Just depends on how strong those storms are. But you know what? In the last couple of days, it didn't take much to knock power off just from a gust of wind or a lightning strike. But if you've got a Generac generator, you're going to keep rolling. Whether it's your home, whether it's a business, a factory, yeah, R&R Controls can take care of that. From the smallest units, 10 kilowatt maybe, you get up to 24 kilowatt, and then you start going into the hundreds of kilowatts, and it doesn't matter. Generac makes a generator to fit your needs. And R&R Controls is the authorized sales, service, and installation dealer for Generac generators. They've installed a bunch of these things, and they know what they're doing. So if you need a generator, and you probably do, you're going to need it eventually. How about just giving R&R Controls a call? 270-777-2024. That's 270-777-2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Hello, everybody, and welcome into a Tuesday. It is July the 15th, and I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. There's your forecast scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you're looking for something that spells change, sorry, there's not going to be change. Well, now I kind of take that back. I'll take that back. There is going to be some change in the forecast, but not what you want. Those of you that are wanting, like me, can we just bring down the temperature just a little bit? It ain't happening. In fact, the temperatures, from what I'm seeing, are going to go up. Some of the hottest air of the entire year is about to move in as we head into especially next week. Long range forecasts are putting us in the oven, and you thought we were there already. Whew. Not quite. The high today was 90 again for the second day in a row, which is right on the normal. Low of 71, and actually that was yesterday's numbers. We did hit 90 again today, though. That is true. Let me pull up the right one. Here it comes. I am so sorry. There's the right one. Okay, so we did hit 90 for the second day in a row, as I mentioned, right on the normal of 90, but the low was 73, and we picked up 200s, just 2 little old hundredths of an inch of rain at the Bowling Green Airport. Of course, some of you, as you'll soon see from the Kentucky Mesonet numbers, picked up a lot more than that. And we're getting more activity on radar, just as we did yesterday. So I'll zoom in on a couple of places like north of Russellville. There, looking toward Lewisburg, northern Logan County, southern Muhlenberg County, south of Drakesboro. This is 431 as it goes from Drakesboro to Lewisburg. Some of those showers there, and you got one developing on the Butler County side. Looks like it may be over toward, let's say, Quality is right in there somewhere. So it looks like near you in southern Butler County, you're going to see a shower here shortly. There's not really much going on here in Warren County. There's a drifting cell that's moving out of, oh, Bays Fork, maybe in that area, and over toward the Barren River Lake. So a couple of things there. Some showers moving out of the Mammoth Cave area and into Hart County, but notice they kind of rain themselves out. And this is pretty much like we've seen the last several days. They put down a little bit of rain and then they just fizzle. So here's a look from the Louisville radar, so we can go up into Ohio County, Litchfield. Oh, okay. Well, it just stopped on me, didn't it? Okay. It didn't like me changing radar for some reason. Let me see. Let me make sure I can see that back. Okay. Here we go. Let's go here. No. Let's go here. Let me get that. Okay. And are we there? Yes, there we are. Okay. Now we're back. For some reason, didn't like me changing the radar and it just quit. All right. So these are up into Breckinridge County, northern Grayson County, over toward LaRue County. More showers, a few thunderstorms, some lightning strikes going on there. And then we see these showers and thunderstorms, a little more coverage back into western Kentucky. I'll go to the Paducah radar. Now don't you log out. Don't you log out on me like Louisville did. Anyway, here's Paducah right here. Okay, let me get my pen. Paducah right there. Okay. So we have some showers out ahead of this. This is kind of a main line, and you can see there's even a little gust front right there. See that? Yeah. So developing more showers and storms, and there's even more back here into parts of Missouri. They just keep coming, which we may see some of these hold together even during the overnight hours tonight. There's the big picture. Switch back to, let's say, Hopkinsville radar, a little bit closer to us. There you can see how we've got several waves of thunderstorm activity that's coming our direction. So don't be surprised if tonight you hear a rumble of thunder, you may see a flash of lightning. It's not going to be anything severe, but showers and thunderstorms are certainly possible heading into the overnight hours. Let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet and we'll check current conditions, update this, get a refresh, and boom, we're looking at here at 5:55 p.m. Temperatures mainly in the 80s, upper 80s here in Bowling Green because we have not had as much rain today as some of you have. So we're a bit warmer. Here's a look at the rainfall. Now, look at that. 88 hundredths of an inch of rain at the Corvette plant, but down at the Western Ag Expo Center, Western Ag Expo Center, you have to say it slowly, 1/100th of an inch. And it was 2/100ths of an inch of rain at the Bowling Green Airport. So again, because of the scattered nature of the thunderstorms, some got rain, others did not. Some got a drenching, like down in Tompkinsville, while over in Scottsville, hardly anything. Same thing up here in Greene County, 3/4 of an inch of rain, but over in Columbia and Adair County, 2/10. Very widely scattered showers today. Winds right now are coming out of the south, very, very light. And that's been the hardest thing besides the humidity, is that it's just so humid, but there's no air. There's no air to stir things around to give us, you know, something to breathe. It's just so stagnant. It's just stifling. All right, let's go to the maps here. And of course, we have this low pressure system, which is right now crossing over Florida. This is what may become Dexter, Tropical Storm Dexter, as it moves into the Gulf over the coming days, gains a little strength, gets out here over the warm waters of the Gulf. And there is some indication that because of the shortwave extensions coming out of that low or disturbances, that some of that moisture could creep up into our area eventually. We'll see. Here's Wednesday into Thursday into Friday. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it moving northward. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Anything? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Well, we'll see. All right, let me back up here. We'll keep an eye on that. It could be Tropical Storm Dexter if it keeps strengthening. We'll see. Okay, here's the picture right now. Dirty high pressure over the Cumberland Plateau. We call it dirty high pressure because it's high pressure, but it's just not fending off the rain. So we have these scattered showers and thunderstorms. A few of you will continue to see some showers, even holding together overnight tonight. Usually they die off, and a lot of them will once we lose the daytime heating, but then some of them will come back from overnight into early tomorrow morning. There's a little disturbance, a little wave that you see right there to the back of Kentucky and southern Illinois. That may trigger a few showers overnight and into your Wednesday morning. Here we are into Wednesday afternoon. There's a wave back there still, back to the west. Then, as we get into Thursday, this is when we begin to see not only evidence of boundaries to the north and a disturbance or two around, but this is when we should begin to see some of that Gulf moisture try to push northward out of the Gulf and meet up with all of this. And I think Thursday, really Thursday and Friday, maybe even Saturday, Sunday is when we see a lot more rain than what we're seeing right now. Better coverage in thunderstorms. Here's Friday morning, Saturday morning, a few showers north of Bowling Green. Sunday, the showers kind of try to push a little bit further north. Monday, they come back. And Tuesday, even though not painted in, yes, even Tuesday, a week from today, there will still be some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. I know it's getting old. I know you don't really like to hear me say the same thing over and over again. I don't either. But it is what it is. And there we go with the projected rainfall totals over the next 7 days. And this is collectively like an inch and a half to 2 inches of rain. But as you well know, and some of you have witnessed over the last few days, you could get that much rain with one storm. It's not going to take 5, 6, 7 days. You could get it all with one storm because of the high moisture content that is just parked, sitting right over us, not in a hurry to move any place. It's just going to keep on coming. How about that blender? The model blender. Let's update that. Make sure I got a fresh graphic. There we go. And here's what I'm talking about next week. Look at that. Sizzling heat. Not just low 90s. Not even just mid 90s. But we're talking about mid to upper 90s as we head into the middle part of next week. That's brutal. That's a brutal heat. So the hottest air of 2025 has yet to reveal itself, but it will next week. Guaranteed. We're not going to like it, are we? I'm not. I'm not going to like it at all. There's your 7 day forecast, low 90s, but you can see here, even here, look at that. Next Tuesday, 96. Yeah, still a chance of showers, but we gradually go from the low 90s into the mid and upper 90s. Middle of next week, it's going to be cooking. The kitchen's going to be hot. We will, I do think we will get some of that rain or the moisture of the rain coming off of that tropical disturbance. If it becomes a tropical storm, then it would be named Dexter. We'll keep an eye on that. That's it. That's all I have for you. I mean, it's there's just not a whole lot going on that's any different today than in previous days. We'll have to just keep an eye on the heat coming in and some of the rainfall at times. All right, that'll do it for this Tuesday version of 270 Weather. Have a great evening.